Hi everybody and welcome to this week's vlog, and finally it's time to go back to Orlando, which we are very excited about. So we are currently in a hotel in Manchester. We're in the Delta Marriott. It's just on the opposite side of the road to the airport. It's quite an old hotel, but it's a Marriott. It's fine, it's clean and tidy, and this was the one that was available on points. So we've just checked in here. My mum and my brother have just dropped us off, so they're on their way back home now. I'll show you a little bit around the room, and then it's only 3:20, so we're probably gonna have a little bit of a wander down the street. I think there's like an Asda and a Costa and stuff further down the street, so we'll probably have a little bit of a wander. It's quite a nice day outside. So we're staying in a hotel because tomorrow we are flying with Aer Lingus, but we are going via Dublin. So we've got Manchester to Dublin, and then we've got about 4 hours in Dublin, and then Dublin to Orlando. And yes, there is a direct flight from Manchester to Orlando, but this was $500 cheaper. So we just, all for saving the little bit of money. So we are going via Dublin. So our flight is at 8:10 in the morning. I've just booked us on the shuttle bus at 6 a.m. and we're going from Terminal 1. I don't think I've been in Terminal 1 for a long time. Obviously, it's usually Terminal 2. So we will take you along for the journey, but I will show you a little bit of a tour of the room. We've obviously already got our suitcases in, so excuse the mess. So this is the room. You come in the door and you've got a double bed and a desk with a TV on. Hopefully that is a smart TV so I can watch YouTube. What we've got in here, we've got some mugs, a kettle, some little Biscoff biscuits, and a little mini fridge. Yeah, a little mini fridge. Our suitcase is there. That one is overweight. That one is borderline. So we'll see how we get on with that. We've got a wardrobe with an ironing board and a safe. We've got a view out the window of the car park, standard. It's quite a nice day. It's a bit cloudy, but it's all right. Zara's playing with her friend online, and yeah, that's it. A double bed. Did I show you the bathroom? Probably not. We've got a very standard bathroom. Looks a little bit old-fashioned, but it's clean anyway. That's all you need, isn't it? Just to have a shower. So as I said, we're going to have a little bit of a wander out in a bit. I'm probably going to have a cup of tea first, and while Zara talks to her friend, and then we'll take you on a little walk to see what we can find down the road. I think the closest town is Hale. That's we're on the border of that. I've looked on the map. It looks as if it might be like a 15-minute walk. And like I say, it is only early, so we might as well have a wander and get some fresh air. Me and Zara are going for a walk to the nearest Asda. I think it's a little town centre. So we're just going to have a little wander, see what we can find. There's a noisy bus next to me. Just get some steps in. Thought we sat on our bum all day tomorrow on an aeroplane. But it's not too bad, is it? At least everybody will be happy on the aeroplane tomorrow, and everybody will be on their way on their holidays. Not like when we were coming back and everybody was on their way home. So we'll show you what we find this afternoon. What are they?
What?
Heinz beans jalfrezi. I've never seen anything like that before. Look at them. Cheesy beans with Cathedral City.
Barbecue beans.
I bet they're nice, you know.
Remember I used to eat barbecue beans?
Whisper Gold. Last look at the British chocolate. Friends, Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah, let's get some water. It's on the menu. Me and Zara have come to the Italian in the hotel. It's called San Carlo. Bought myself a little glass of wine. Looks like a huge glass of wine, but it's actually not. Zara's got a Coke. We've ordered some bread. What else have we ordered, Zara? I've ordered lasagna.
I got pizza.
Zara's ordered pizza, so I'll let you know what it's like. This is in the hotel, this restaurant. There was two restaurants here. There was this Italian. Yeah, we walked in and we were like, oh, we've come to the fancy restaurant. I don't think it is though, it just looks fancy, doesn't it? And then there was like a brasserie type thing, but Zara preferred the menu from here, so we're giving this one a go. I'll let you know, I'll show you the food when it comes. Show you Zara's food. Our focaccia's come. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a little thing. Putting some olive oil and balsamic on our plates. This is our favourite, isn't it? Thank you. Thanks.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. I was going to say parmesan with a side of lasagna. And there's Zara's pizza. So we've just finished in the Italian. It was absolutely delicious, wasn't it, Zara? It was really nice. It was called San Carlo, so if you're ever in the area, it was really nice. We've just come in the bar now. I've just got myself a little glass of wine before we go up to the room, and I'm going to wash my hair and get ready for Love Island. I'm going to get in the bed, cup of tea, ready for Love Island. But yeah, this is a nice hotel. I would definitely recommend staying here if you've got travelling to do before you fly to Orlando or wherever else you're going in the world. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a really pretty bar. I'll turn you around.
Just for a celebration, it says who else, and there's also a gesture which has actually gotten into a little bit.
There's plenty of nice comfy seating. It's nicely decorated. They do food in here as well. I'll see if I can find it, like a menu to show you. Is this the menu? I think this is just the drinks. So they've got like cocktails, obviously like a full bar. I just seen on the bar that they've got a special on fish and chips with mushy peas for $19.95, I think it was, which I suppose is about right, isn't it, for like a airport hotel? It's what you're going to pay. So in the Italian restaurant, I had a lasagna, Zara had pizza, and we then shared a starter, just the focaccia bread, and I had a glass of wine and Zara had a Coke, and it come to £55, but that was including a service tip already, so yeah, £55, which I think is about right, but it was really, really delicious, so it's worth it if it's really nice too. Good morning everybody and welcome to Dublin Airport. I didn't start the vlog this morning, it was just too tired and we had to be up for the flight this morning. So we've got to Dublin, haven't we, safe and sound, but now we've got like just over 3 hours before we'll be boarding. So we've got a Burger King to keep us going. I've got a chicken burger that looks bigger than my head and some fries. Sarah's got a cheeseburger. So we'll eat these and then with bacon. We'll eat these and then we will show you around. And I think we can do the pre-clearance here for the USA, which is good. So we'll do that, but we've come in this bit first before we go through, because I'm not sure what's through there. And with us having so much time, we needed to like get something to eat at least. We didn't have time to get breakfast this morning. We just were up and out, weren't we? But the hotel was okay, wasn't it? The bed was comfortable. I slept okay. So yeah, we'll take you with us and let you see what Dublin Airport is like. So we've made it to Orlando. It was a super long day, but we've eventually made it. And oh my god, I cannot believe how good it is passing through customs at Dublin. We've just walked in as a domestic passenger. I've never done that before. Amazing. Off the aeroplane and at the baggage carousel in 5 minutes. Like, unbelievable. Anyway, I'll talk more about that tomorrow. I didn't vlog much on the aeroplane. It was way too cramped. Again, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Jason's just parking the car, so he's going to come in for us. Yeah, so I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I've got my muscle here. Picking up the bags. Yeah, it's a much nicer terminal, isn't it? Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Florida, the Green Wall. I'm home. Yeah. Yesterday was a long day, but I wanted to just quickly chat about the flight because I know that many of you, when you come to Florida, you fly with the same airline, and I just wanted to touch on it. So basically, as I told you last week, if you watched last week's vlog, we flew with Aer Lingus. It was the cheapest, and they weren't cheap considering what people pay to go the opposite direction, but anyway, and it was also $500 cheaper for us to fly via Dublin, which I touched on earlier in the vlog. So all in all, it was a longer day because we were up at 5, we were on the hotel shuttle bus at 6, and the flight was at 8:15 from Manchester to Dublin. So that was relatively stress-free. We checked the bags in. The bags are checked in all the way as well, so you don't have to pick the bags up at Dublin, which is great. So we checked the bags in. I was slightly overweight on one of the bags, but she didn't say anything. She just checked it in and put a heavy sticker on it. The flight was more or less on time, but we had plenty of time anyway, so I wasn't stressed about that. The flight was only 30 minutes, very uneventful. Landed into Dublin, and then we had about 4 hours to kill. And I thought, oh, we'll go in the lounge, because with getting an American Express here, you get lounge access with, is it Lounge Key? Lounge Key, I think it is. Anyway, no, it's not, sorry. Lounge Key was who we used to be with. It's Priority Pass. So I thought, I'll do that. Then realised I hadn't brought the card with me. And I went to the lounge, and she said, you have to have the card or the actual membership number, which I didn't have. So I got Jason on the case here looking for the letter. He couldn't find it. So he was like, well, why don't you try and give them a ring? By this time, we'd went to get something to eat because we were hungry. Zara wanted to get Burger King. To be honest, there wasn't a lot of choice in there. There was like a Starbucks and things, but Zara wanted to get Burger King. It was absolutely disgusting. My chicken burger was just disgusting. I took about 2 bites of it and just left it. The bacon on it looked like it hadn't even seen any heat. I should have took it back really, but you just don't, do you? So by the time we'd done that and faffed around and looked in a couple of the other shops, I phoned Priority Pass. They were extremely helpful on the phone, and she got my membership number for me, which enabled me to log in on the app. So then we walked back to the lounge. They were full. I was like, oh, after all of that. But she was like, oh, if you come back in 20 minutes, I can see if I can fit you in. But it was only a tiny lounge anyway. I thought it would have been a bit bigger, but anyway. So we never bothered going back to the lounge. And then the best thing about going to Dublin is that you can pass passport control or the immigration that side rather than doing it in Orlando. I've never done that before. We queued about 20 minutes, I would say, so make sure you allow time for that, because you're allowed to just roam around the terminal as normal, and then you go through the passport control before you go to your gate. So don't leave it last minute if you're going to do that, and make sure you give yourself some time. Don't be like thinking, oh, I have to be it's boarding and you still had to go through passport control. You need to give yourself some time. So we done that. Like I say, that took about 20 minutes, 25 minutes at the most. And then once we were through there is a couple of coffee shops through there, and there is WH Smith's, but that's about it. And we went to the gate. We sat at the gate for about 20 minutes, and then we were boarding. We boarded on time. I did ask the lady if there was any spare seats, because the Aer Lingus, it's a 330, so it's 242, and on the way out we managed to get one of the 2 seats on the end, but when I booked this one there was none available. And the middle cabin, if it's empty, which it was on the way out, they usually block that off for weight and balance because they need you more weight at the back for takeoff. And I thought, oh, maybe that's what it was, but when I went and asked, she was like, no, it's full. She said there's about 7 spare seats and they're scattered around everywhere. So I was like, all right, okay, that's fine. And she was right. When we got on board, it was a full flight. So we were sat in the 4 in the middle, but like an aisle and a middle. So I sat in the middle and I let Zara sit in the aisle. That's the compromise, as long as she lets me up to go to the toilet, because I like to go to the toilet whenever. I hate being like hemmed in. But it was a newer aeroplane, so when you get on the one from Manchester, the Aer Lingus, it's usually quite an older aeroplane. It's the same type of aeroplane, but it is definitely older, and I do think there's more legroom on the older one. This one, I felt really cramped, and unfortunately I had a kid in front of me. I would say he was about 10, 11, and he had the seat back the whole flight, even though he was sat forward for most of the flight playing on the game. I just think, it's during the day. If you were sleeping, then fine, put your seat back, whatever. I know it's your right to do that, but when you've got the seat back the whole flight and then you're not even really using that space, that was a little bit annoying, and I couldn't cross my legs, and I like to cross my legs when I'm sat. I just find it more comfortable. So by the time we were landing, my back was absolutely killing me, because I felt like my knees were literally touching the seat pocket in front of me. So I was a little bit uncomfortable. And when they put the seat up for landing, I was like, oh, thank God for that. I could cross my legs. So if he'd have kept the seat up, there was that little bit extra room. But because he had the seat back the whole flight, I just couldn't move my legs. And then especially when you sat next to a stranger as well. Obviously I had Zara one side of me and then a stranger the other side, and she was only quite a small petite lady as well, but you can't really move around, can you? Anyway, I said to Zara when we were landing, I was like, I don't know whether we need to win the lottery or do something. I said, but I need to find a way that we can just fly around in business all the time, but that's not going to happen, is it? Anyway, so the flight was fine, and then the best part was, because we'd gone through immigration in Dublin, we walked out as a domestic passenger. So you walked out and straight into the terminal, no big queues. And I mean, for those of you who do come to Orlando, you know how bad those queues can be when you get there. You know, you could be adding 2 hours to your day. And we were at the baggage carousel within 5 minutes of walking off that aircraft. No exaggeration, 5 minutes. We waited about 30 minutes for the bags, but that's okay. Jason was there waiting for us, as you will have seen him in the few clips. So that was nice. He had some nice cold water in the car and a packet of jammy Dodgers. He knows me well. Even though I'd just been to England, he's paid whatever from Publix for the jammy Dodgers, but it's a nice gesture, isn't it? So, and then we were home. A little bit of traffic on the I-4, but nothing too bad. And then by 9 o'clock, our physically couldn't function any longer, so had a nice sleep, and we are just in the house today. I'm going to do the solar lights shortly, and yeah, that's about it really. It's really warm outside. I mean really warm. I've just been outside. I probably look a little bit flushed, and Jason's just said to me, I couldn't be walking around a theme park in this. I was like, yeah, it is very, very humid, but I am so happy to be home. Like, I still can't get over it. I still can't get over that I live in Orlando. Like, I just feel so lucky. When I was laid in bed this morning awake, I was just thinking, God, I'm so lucky that I have all of this, and yeah, just very grateful for it all. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'll show you the lights shortly, and then I'll also show you them when they hopefully light up later on. If you watched last week's vlog, you would have seen me with those solar lights. Yeah, and then tomorrow we've got a couple of jobs to do, so I'll take you with us. So for everybody who watched last week, I bought some solar lights. We're going to do them, aren't we, Jason? Yes. We're going to put out the solar lights. So come with us, see where we can put them. I want them sort of like around the path. Door closed because it is bacon out here, or what is that?
I don't know, somebody else has decided to take nest.
Something that's like nested in the corner up there. You've already had the pest guy. You already had the pest guy out last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sunglasses on, they're on my head and I'm squinting. So we're going to put the solar lights, like, I want them like around this edge. Yeah, pull that out and then you stake it in the bottom. So I'll sit you down so you can watch us. So we've put these ones round the tree. You can probably barely see them, but just like, we'll see what they look like tonight when they're light up. They might look rubbish, but we'll see. All the wires trapped in all the all the things. So we'll see what they look like tonight around the tree. Probably need to get loads more. Jason's just opened the little Spectrum, which is the internet box, and there's a little green frog. If he jumps out, I'm gonna... You're horrible. Put these ones round here, like that, and then the rest of them this side around the path. So hopefully it looks pretty this afternoon. Well, tonight.
Not quite as powerful as expected.
No. Jason's worked out how to put the solar lights on. There was like an on-off switch. So we've got the solar lights on round the tree.
Yeah. Looks like we've got fireflies.
Yeah,
Not exactly.
they don't look that bright. And then these ones round the path. They look alright actually, but for some reason one of them hasn't come on. I don't know why one of them hasn't come on and the rest of them have. Because... See if you can fix it, Jason. But if you can hear the banging in the background, it's because it's the 4th of July. So there's tons of like firework noises, but I can't actually see anything.
I can hear them.
Yeah, I can hear them. I can hear loads of banging.
Can't even pick it up in my eyes.
Oh, stop now. It was like to the
To the
right of the pool. Yeah, if you look through the... Yeah, that's miles away though, isn't it? It is just getting dark now though, so if anybody's going to set one off, they're probably going to set one off now. I quite like our little solar lights though. I think they look nice, don't they? And then we've got these ones over here. Around the tree. They're not very bright around the tree, but...
We've got a big hole.
Where's the fireworks? That's a shame that little solar light doesn't work. Yeah, we'd have to spread the rest out and...
I use my most favourite bit now. We demonstrate this and we've got
One then.
favourite bit in the house.
One
Your
then.
favourite bit is the laundry room. My favourite bit's this. Like that.
And the solar lights out the back, I've put them inside the tree. Obviously you can see them there, the camera's sort of picking them up, but really they're not bright enough to see outside of the... It obviously look... Where? Oh yeah, you can see... Can you see some fireworks going off in the background? Remember what I had before.
Cinnamon apple stuffed French toast.
Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Got waffles. Oh, dropped the thing. I've got pancakes. Oh, should I have something sweet or should I have something savoury? They've got lunch, but we're not going to look at the lunch menu. Good morning everybody, we've come to, where are we then? Egg City in Haines City. Egg City in Haines City, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Got coffee needed, so we got up this morning because I can't remember whether, have I mentioned it in the vlog about the shots that Zara needed to start school. So you need a Florida shot record, so your shots have to be changed to a Florida one. And we had an appointment this morning to get them done at the government centre in Haines City, and it was closed. So that was a waste of time getting up and out of bed. So I'm going to have to go on Monday now and hope that they can fit me in, because they gave me the appointment for this morning. It is the 5th of July, so I understand that it's a holiday, but she gave me the appointment, so I don't know what's happened there. So we're going to just have breakfast instead. I'll show you what we get.
Fried chicken for breakfast.
The size of looks huge, doesn't it? Such big portions. It looks yummy.
Yeah, the pancakes are massive.
I don't know whether that's focusing, but this is the bill, $44 for 3 of us. It's really reasonably priced in here. We're just saying if you went to IHOP or Denny's, that would be $70, wouldn't it, for 3 of us? So it's really good value for money if you're in the Haines City area. It's definitely worth a trip. The portions are huge. Zara's got a takeaway box, fried chicken and everything. There's no way you can eat all that in one sitting. So yeah, it's very good value for money in here. We've come to Lowe's and we're looking for 2 things: a barbecue and a van. Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? You can rent a van to buy stuff and take home. Might have to do that.
Well, yeah.
Because the barbecue is going to be big, isn't it? What, the little egg chair? Go and sit in it. It's nice, that, isn't it? That would look nice out the back of ours. I think we should get this one. How nice does that look though? Oh, it's got a pull-out bin. It's only $6,000. Yeah.
Outside at least.
Can cook 24 burgers.
Yeah, what do we try?
They're not the right things. So I had to put the camera down in Lowe's because it was just, well, there was too much going on. But we got the barbecue. There's the barbecue. I assume Jason's putting that together, are you? Well,
You're much better than I am.
I'm not putting it together, no way. And then we bought a fan. The fan is to go there, so, well, it's to go somewhere because it's way too hot on the treadmill, isn't it? It's way too hot on the treadmill. Obviously the garage is roasting hot. So yeah, so we'll probably build them at some point. And then this afternoon we're going to pop to Universal, so I will take you with us. Forgot to put my SD card in the camera, So I've just gone to film and I can't film because I've got no SD card. So I'm filming a little bit on my phone. I'll obviously add this to the vlog, but I know it's not going to be very good because I've not got a gimbal and it's really shaky. But we've come to Universal Studios. We're going to try and catch the new parade, which is on at 6 o'clock, which is in 30 minutes time. Zara and Jason have just gone on Rip Ride Rocket behind me. I'm not a massive fan of that ride, so I said, oh, I'll hold the bags, you two go on it. As you can see, it's going round there. We have express after 4, so they shouldn't wait too long. It's baking hot. It's like being on the surface of the sun, but that's good, all good, all good. Still love being here, don't care what temperature it is, and it should cool off anyway, shouldn't it, once it gets a little bit darker. And we are going to try and catch the cinematic at 9 o'clock, which is the new drone and what do you call it, fountain show. So we're going to try and catch that. Yeah, so I will film a little bit, like I say, but I can't film anything on my camera, so I'll just do a little bit on my phone and add this to the end of this week's vlog. So we've just come out of Universal. I didn't film much in there because, as I said earlier on, I forgot my SD card in the camera, which is really annoying, so never mind. But I did film, we've just watched the new drone show, which was really, really good. So I filmed some clips of that. So I will enter them now, and I'm going to end the vlog here, and I will see everybody next week. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the clips of the new Universal drone show. Bye.
The music of movies. Beautiful and powerful soundscapes that help bring to life fantastic stories. Cinematic music speaks directly to the heart, taking us into inspiring adventures. And tonight, those very melodies call upon us to follow a celestial spectacle, and you never quite know just where that story may lead. So let the music guide